The day was cool, with streams of light flowing through the windows surrounding the 1993 Dodge Caravan. Sitting in the passenger seat, warding off clusters of random items, I had old McDonald's bags, random toys, and plentiful amounts of paper falling around my feet. This environment was what I had to undergo to reach my final destination, McDonald's. Before me lay the road, exhausted with wear and tear from past travelers. We rounded our turn, following all legal regulations, and with a sudden press of the gas, we accelerated to life and sped down the street. Music blaring and enthusiasm flaring, the inhabitants of the van bounced up and down with excitement. The roars from each passenger could be heard in my ears, varying from yells to laughter. In a sudden jolt of the wheel, the blue caravan jerked across the road. It seemed that a lone culprit had tugged on the steering wheel when Sam's eyes were averted towards potential traffic down the road. With a chaotic swerve, Sam regained control of the van, but had lost all control of his anger. In an outburst of anger, Sam exploded. The ruckus from before had lowered to a dim silence while Sam expressed his thoughts about the danger that Scott had just placed everyone in. Although the situation was serious, it was hard not to laugh. I roared with laughter, and after a seemingly short calm-down period, I decided to open the window next to me. A gust of wind slapped me in the face and turned my hair into a forest of tangles and swaying blonde hair. The air blowing against my face had caused me to go deep within thought. The lengthy amount of time in school had allowed for no relaxation. Boom! The van jolted a little bit, and there was chaos all around me. I looked through the back window to find that we had in fact hit something. The object was far off and unsure in my mind, but it didn't look like it was moving at all. Sam slammed on the brakes, and the side door flashed open as Scott jumped out. Running down the road in the cool spring air, Scott hurried towards the object so distinctly unknown in our mind. What was it?
He's dead!
Panic and shock filled my head. What were we going to do? We had just hit someone, and by the sound of Scott's reaction, he wasn't living. We were trapped in this situation with the only result being calling the police and getting ourselves into a bunch of trouble. That's when it hit me. We could dispose of the body in a secretive manner, take the body out in the woods where no one would ever find it and dump it. That solution to our problem had been visible the whole time. It was now time for us to put it into action. I strained to lift up the corpse of our new acquaintance and place him in the back seat of the van. We were on the road again, not quite sure where we were going to dispose of this body. Eventually we all decided that we would go to McDonald's first to enjoy a nice meal, and maybe that would clear our minds and allow for a quick solution. We pulled into the McDonald's parking lot and were welcomed by the smell of hot tar and the gleam of the asphalt. The glare from the asphalt was so bright that I had to strain my eyes to bear its unpleasantness. As we pulled into the parking space, I pushed the body down in the seat so no one would get suspicious about a stray person sitting in a van on such a roasting hot day. I chose to order 2 McDoubles, for my appetite was fierce but my budget was slim. I ate with the speed of a cheese-deprived mouse and soon finished both of my burgers. I sat there in silence and got lost in thought about the whole mess we were in. The solution seemed simple enough, but what if someone found the body, and what if we got caught? Stressful and unsure, I had to check on the body. I slowly and casually walked out to the van. The sun beat off my skin and heat erupted all over me as I walked through the intensified sunlight. The van sat there all alone in the parking lot of the fast food restaurant, and in my consciousness, I could smell the reeking odor of the man that lay within. I walked up to the side door of the van and pressed my face up against the tinted, warm glass. As I peered within, to my astonishment, there was no one to be found. The man we had hit had vanished without a trace.